For 7 days, I didn't just remember my childhood differently. I remembered a different childhood. I rewrote painful memories, edited traumatic moments, and implanted positive experiences that never happened. Not to lie, but to ask, what if your past isn't a prison, but a story you can rewrite? What if you could edit your past? Science shows our memories aren't recordings. They're reconstructions. Every single time we remember something, we recreate it. And in that recreation, we change it, just a little. So what if we could change it intentionally? This isn't about denial. It's about conscious editing. So I decided to run a week-long experiment on myself. I selected 3 core childhood memories that still cause me pain at 28 years old. The school bullying incident that made me feel small and worthless. The moment of parental disappointment that I internalized as a personal failure. And a painful friendship betrayal that taught me not to trust. Then, with a therapist's guidance, I created edited versions. The events were the same, but the emotional framing and the outcomes were different. The goal wasn't to forget what happened. But my therapist explained something crucial. The truth wasn't just the events themselves. The more important truth was their lasting impact on me. And she asked, could I change the impact without denying the events? So I started with the bullying incident. In my original memory, I'm crying alone in a bathroom, feeling isolated and helpless. The new narrative wasn't a fantasy where the bullying didn't happen. Instead, it focused on what happened next. In this version, a teacher intervened, noticed I was struggling, and offered support. In this version, the event became a lesson in resilience, not a lesson in shame. Same event, different hero, different lesson. Each morning, I'd meditate on these new versions. My mantra wasn't, this didn't happen. It was, this happened, and I survived, and I learned from it, and I'm stronger because of it. That one word, and, was revolutionary. I wasn't erasing my past. I was expanding its meaning. By day 3, something started to shift. At work, someone criticized a project I was leading. The old me would have spiraled, hearing those old echoes from the schoolyard. See? You're not good enough. It would have felt like proof of my inadequacy. But the new me noticed the pattern, took a breath, and thought, this is feedback, not bullying. I can learn from this. Just like I learned resilience back then. The change wasn't just in my head. It was in my body. The physiological responses were different. I had fewer spikes of anxiety. I noticed my posture wasn't as defensive in meetings. When I would intentionally bring up the edited memories, my body didn't tense up. My breath didn't catch in my throat. The memory was losing its traumatic charge. It was becoming just a memory. A piece of data from my past, not an active threat in my present. But then came the identity crisis. Around day 5, I was looking at old childhood photos and felt this deep confusion. If these painful memories shaped who I am and I'm changing the memories, who am I now? Was my anxiety disorder something I'd identified with for 20 years, just a story I kept telling myself? Were my patterns in relationships just echoes of these childhood tapes I was now trying to re-record? It got really strange when a family member brought up an old memory. They said, remember how you used to hide during parties? You were so shy. The old me would have agreed, reinforcing that identity. But this time I replied, I remember learning to enjoy my own company. They looked confused. My new narrative didn't match their version of my past. And it raised a huge question. Whose memory was right? And more importantly, did it even matter if my new version was serving me better? On the final day of the experiment, day 7, I had a breakthrough. I realized I didn't need to choose one version of the past. I didn't have to discard the painful reality to embrace the resilient narrative. Both versions could coexist. The painful memory was what happened. The resilient memory was what I learned from it. The trauma was real. The growth was real too. I wasn't erasing my past. I was completing its story. My therapist summed it up perfectly. She said, "You're not changing what happened. You're changing what it means." That sentence changed everything for me. Meaning isn't fixed, it's negotiated. It's a conversation between your past and your present, between the event and your interpretation of it, between suffering and wisdom. My biggest revelation from this whole week was this. We often treat our past like it's carved in marble, fixed, unchangeable, something we just have to accept. But it's actually more like clay, malleable, reshapeable, something we can actively work with. The point isn't to create falsehoods, but to create better, more empowering truths. It really comes down to 3 steps. First, accept what happened. Don't deny the facts. Second, challenge what it means. Question the story you built around those facts. And third, choose what you carry forward. Decide which lessons and which feelings you want to bring into your future. Now I practice what I call conscious remembering. When a painful memory surfaces, I don't push it away. I acknowledge it, and then I ask myself, what version of this story will serve me today? It's not about denial, it's about selection. I honor the pain that was, and then I choose the lesson I need now. The memory doesn't own me anymore. I own the memory. Maybe we should all try editing our memories. Not to escape our past, but to reclaim our present and build a better future. Because sometimes healing isn't about changing what happened, but changing the story you tell yourself about it. What memory would you rewrite? What meaning have you been carrying that no longer serves you? Let me know in the comments. And if you're interested in a journey to reshape your perception of reality, subscribe for my next video, The Reality Tunnel Experiment. Thanks for watching.